Get their ass! Come on, nigga! Burn that bitch up! Hey! Fucking look! Hey, they beating up! Hey, they beating up every white person! They jumping every white person! Man, no white person come down Sherman! He white! Beat his shit! Bitch! That's what it's for! Look! Hey, look! White boy! They beating up every white person! They beat up every... They make the squad cars leave. They not. They beat somebody ass. Look, they beat somebody ass, y'all. Look. Look. Look, bro, look. Ooh, look, y'all, look. Oh, my God, look. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, look. Who they just beat up, bro? Now, see, this ain't in the play, but I think they just beat some white bitch ass for no reason. They bust her window and everything.
Hello, Yahweh Shem Shai. Down to the apostle and elder great millstone who well. The citation to the brothers on the four corners of the earth, pushing this word in sincerity and in truth. This is Ira from Great Millstone, Wisconsin. And I wanted to say my piece on the Milwaukee Riots, considering, I am in Wisconsin, and this is my jurisdiction, so to speak. And all I wanted to say, man, is that, these Milwaukee Riots, man, what just happened with the burning of the police car and burning down the gas station on Sherman and Burleigh, which that's nothing but a prelude or a taste of what's to come for the rest of America, man. Even though this small riot, it was nothing major, and the fact that they were just rioting over the fact that they fed up with the police force killing Jake, man, when they don't have to, you know what I'm saying? But from what I hear, from what I've read, the man did have an armed gun and he was faced toward the police, or or I heard a different story where he was running. It's all types of different hearsay by now. But the point is, man, that those riots and that burning down of that gas station and burning up on police cars and things like that, that's gonna be a everyday thing, man, on a normal basis, because the scriptures prophesy. And you people out there in Milwaukee, I'm talking to you first before I speak to the rest of the world, because we've been in Milwaukee prophesying this very same thing for years, that these times will come, man. You people, that's the problem. You people don't believe that the plagues and the and the prophecies are going to come to pass. You don't believe that we are going to fall in hard times, and that is the problem, But it's all right, because when the prophecies start to fold like they are now, start to unfold rather like they are now, start to unravel, you people will see the terror of the Lord, man. This is 2 Ezra chapter 15 verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. That woe, the word woe there means death and destruction, man. To the world and to them that dwell therein. That's nothing nice. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands, meaning there's gonna be battles and wars and scrimmages, man, against one race of people against another race of people, man. I.e., like on the night of the Milwaukee Riots, man. Jake was out there beating up white people, just beating up random white people, man, on the street, That's one people fighting against another, man, with swords in their hands. They had bats and crowbars and wrenches and and all types of different instruments, man. Some of them even had guns, man. We're shooting back and forth, For there shall be sedition among men. Sedition meaning an uprising, man, and invading one another. You know, they shall not regard the kings nor princes. And part of that invading one another, what went down in Milwaukee was they invaded that gas station, man, and they looted it. You know, they stole all the food, all the all the food, all the little trinkets at the gas station sells, all the liquor. The gas station sold liquor. The beer, the soft drinks. The cookies, the potato chips, the candy. You know, hell, the gas itself probably. You know, it says, and they shall not regard their kings nor princes. And they didn't, man. They totally disregarded the police. They burnt down that gas station, and then they proceeded to burn down a police car. You know, they didn't care about the police, man. Police then, just like the scripture said, they shall not regard their kings nor princes. And the course of their actions shall stand in their power. And they did whatever the hell they wanted, man. And that's what's coming to the rest of America. It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, because those riots are gonna be going on so full scale, man, that whole parts of cities are gonna be blocked off. Whole cities are gonna be blocked off. The whole part of the neighborhood on Sherman and in Burleigh, in a 10-block radius, it was blocked off, man. The police came in full riot gear, SWAT team, MRAPs, anything, everything they had, man. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and the men shall be afraid. Let me read that again. It says, because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the city shall be troubled, meaning the mayors and the authority in the cities aren't going to know what to do, man. They're going to be fleeing for their lives also, and so are the people that live in the cities, you know. The houses shall be destroyed, and a prime example was that gas station being destroyed. It wasn't a house per se, but the buildings around here are going to go up in smoke, man. Just like the Rodney King riots, man, in the 90s. Everything is going to happen full scale like this, And the scriptures say, man, like a woman in travail or plague slack not a moment, man. Right now, the contractions are little, They're little right now. They're not lasting as long, They're not coming as frequent, Now they're coming probably, every hour, But sooner or later, it's going to get closer every 45 minutes, every 30 minutes, every 15 minutes, every 10 minutes, every 8 minutes, every 5 minutes, every 4 minutes, you know. Then they're going to be coming every minute, you know, until this whole world is destroyed and the Yahushua comes back, man. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with a sword and spoil their goods. Like I said, like they did the gas station, man. They're going to take everything in their house, because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Slacking. But this time it's going to be for the lack of bread, man. And for great tribulation, they're either going to have no other place to go, no shelter, and they're not going to have any food, man. And that's what's going to be the reality of America pretty soon, man. Let's see. This is Micah chapter 6, verse 7, because this is also, along with those race riots, you got a certain people that's going to dominate those race riots, man. And that happens to be the children of Israel, man. 2/3 of Israel, in fact, that the Lord is going to save for this very same purpose, man. This is Micah chapter. Let's see. Slovakia. I think I misplaced the scripture. Let me see. Slovakia, brothers. Oops. Misplaced Micah 6. Bear with me for a moment. I'll come back to the scripture. But like I was saying about the plagues, man. The plagues that don't slack but a moment, man. You know, like I said, a woman with child that travaileth. You know, this is Second Ezra chapter 16, verse 38. As when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth great pains compass her womb, which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Right. So first a contraction every 2-3 hours, then they become every 2.5 hours, every 2 hours, 2.5. You know, 1.5, 1. You know, then it's 45 minutes, 30, 15, 10, 5, and the next thing you know, the baby's here, man. You know, and that ever impending moment of pain where you think, you know, that it's never gonna end, and then it'll be done, and this whole world will be destroyed, man. These prophecies aren't slacking. You know, what the Lord says is going to happen, with the purpose of these prophecies coming to pass is not a joke, man. You know, this world will be destroyed. This verse 39. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. So this world is going to be destroyed from every side, man. You're going to have race riots, pestilence, martial law. You're going to have natural disasters, earthquakes, forest fires. You know, the California forest fires are nothing, and Nevada forest fires are nothing compared to, you know, the type of fires that are going to sweep the nation, man. You got these killer tsunamis and these tornadoes, these hurricanes, you know, these windstorms and these hailstorms, you know, all types of calamities are gonna start happening, man. You know, this isn't a joke, man. And what the Lord is doing is He's bringing all these prophecies to pass, you know, slowly but surely, and they're coming to pass faster and faster, like the Scripture said. You know, Scripture said that they slack not a moment. You know. Here goes the Scripture. It's a lot here, brothers. I found the Scripture. It's Micah 5, chapter 5, verse 8, you know, because I was talking about Israel being in the midst of those race riots, man. It says, and the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles in the midst of many people, as a lion among the beasts of the forest, you know. And like a lion in the forest, man, lions like to stalk their prey and hunt, you know, and they hunt for the weakest animals, which by now, you know, Jake, Pookie, them, they know that they're more physically, you know, and more intellectually dominant than these so-called white people in these other nations, man. By now, they far better understand that they're better than these other nations when it comes to anything, you know. And they're going to display it in these race riots, man. They're gonna be jumping off buildings and drop kicking Edomites and shit, man. I mean, it sounds funny. It sounds like a imaginary fairy tale, but that's exactly what's going to happen, man. You know, these other nations are gonna get ripped apart. You know, and you've seen it in Milwaukee. You know, in the video that I just played, you've seen it. These other nations are totally terrified of Jake, man. And Jake smells blood. You know, it says, as a young lion among the flocks of sheep, who, if he go through, both treadeth down and teareth in pieces, and none can deliver. You know, so ain't nobody gonna get out of Jake's hand, out of Jake's clutches, man. You know, the Lord is gonna put the Spirit on them, and it's over with. You know, the race riots are coming. If not, might not already be here. You know, it says, thine hand shall be lifted up upon thine adversaries, and all thy enemies shall be cut off. So the Lord is going to use Israel as its battle axe for the other nations, man. You know, it says, well, you know, that was the gist of the Scripture. You know, I don't want to beat a dead horse, but this is the end all be all, man. You know, 2 Ezra 16-68. You know, because when times like these happen, you're gonna see who's really for the Lord and who's not, man. You know, when all hell breaks loose, we're gonna see how many niggas, and I'm gonna say niggas, how many niggas are gonna jump shit, man. You know. It says, for behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, which that's the martial law, man. That's these troops, these paratroopers, man. And they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols, you know. Which that's the RFID chip, man. The image of the beast. You know, the mark of the beast, you know. Accompanied with the image. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden underfoot. You know? Meaning that you're gonna be caught in the system, man. You know, and that's gonna be whoever survives these race riots, man. Whoever survives the pestilence, or whoever, whoever is willing to go along with the new world order, you're going to be tagged, and branded like animals, man. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection, meaning uprisings, man, meaning revoltings upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. And that's the martial law, man. When they come in, they're not gonna spare anybody. Anybody that they see that's been marked as an enemy combatant is gonna be mowed down. You know, and these race riots are gonna start the martial law. They're gonna start it right off, and we're gonna go right into it, man. It's gonna be nothing but chaos out there. But what side will you be on? This is the point. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. You know, your houses are gonna get raided. Simple as that. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. Meaning, the men of the Lord are gonna go through all types of hell and tribulation, man. You know, that's gonna try us, and that's gonna help us help refine us so we can get into the kingdom of heaven. You know, it says, "Then shall you know who are my chosen." Whoever has the strength to get to overcome what's about to happen. You know, whoever has the most faith in the Lord to overcome what's going to happen. Salakia. Let me rephrase that. Which is going to be the elect, and they shall be tried as a gold in the fire. Meaning they're going to go through all of these things that everybody else is going to go through. During this time of hell, having no food, not having a roof over your head, not being able to bathe yourself, man. Seeing your families, get put to death. Things like if you don't take the chip, or you don't give over this piece of bread, or whatever situation it is. But just know, brothers, you will be tried. And brothers have to keep their faith, man. It says, "Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same." Which is the point, man. 2/3 of Jake, they're not gonna get delivered. They don't get caught up in these race riots, the pestilence, these natural disasters, you know, the martial law, which comes with the race riots, you know. So when all these things are said and done, all this chaos is going down, man. We have to keep our composure as men of the Lord. That's what it comes down to, man. But for those of you who don't believe these prophecies, that don't believe that your humble state, your exalted state of comfortability will come to an end, well, take a good look, man. Take a good look at these riots in Milwaukee. This is coming to the rest of the nation, man. This is coming to a town near you. Maybe your neighborhood, maybe your doorstep, man. Maybe your living room. So take a good look. Whether you believe it, understand it or not, this will happen to you. So with that, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, call Allah Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, double honor to the apostle and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and salutations to the brethren on the four corners of the earth, pushing his word in truth and in sincerity. Shalom.